Hello everyone, I've got a Your Creative Studio project to share with you today. This is the bee themed box. I haven't cheated, I haven't taken a sneak peek, so let's have a look and see what's in here. I think I might do this slightly differently. Let me just show you the contents, and then I'll go away and take everything out of the packaging and show you in more detail. So I just want you to be able to see what the packaging looks like. So, this is what's included. Some papers by the looks of things. Can you hear Toby barking away in the background? Oh, that's pretty. Stickers, some tissue paper by the looks of it, and then some papers. So let me just take these out of the packaging. So let me just show you what we've got now that I've taken everything out of the cellophane. We've got a paper pack, and it contains 6 sheets of sticker paper, 6 pieces of vellum, 6 of art paper, and 6 of patterned paper. So let me just show you the designs. And I love these packs because I just think it's great having the same designs repeated on different types of paper. And aren't these pieces just absolutely gorgeous? So clearly, we've got a definite bee theme. So that is the regular paper. We've then got the vellum, which is just absolutely lovely. So we'll try and think of some ideas as to how we can perhaps use the vellum this time. I get asked that quite often. This is the sticker paper. So you can see it's just the same designs repeating themselves on different types of paper. And I think that's the last one. And then we've got the textured paper as well. And I particularly like this. So that's the paper pack. And of course, you can always use the packaging that came with it as well. We've got a set of Your Creative Studios themed stickers. So be happy, that says. So these are really nice. So little clear stickers. We've got some sticky notes. These are all the same design, but again, just on the most beautiful packaging. So, nothing's stopping you using that in your projects. We've got some tissue paper. We've got 5 sheets of tissue paper. We've got a bookmark. Now, this could just as easily be used as a journal charm. You could hang this on the side of your journal if you wanted to. Let me just make sure I'm in camera shot here, but isn't that lovely? But you just hang that over the pages in your journal, or as I've said, just use it as a journal charm on the spine of your journal. We've got our usual set of stamps. So we've got 2 packages, one with these 3 smaller ones in. So a little jar of honey, another honey pot, and then the bees in the honeycomb. I'll stamp those out later. And then this beautiful flower design as well with a bee on it. Isn't that gorgeous? We've got a roll of washi tape, and let me just unravel this so that I can show you the design. We've got one of these tiny booklets with plain pieces in it. We've also got vellum as well, and then more papers on a white background. So we've got kind of vintage ones at the back, then our vellum, and then the white pages. But these are all botanical themed. So lovely, and these are great for using as focal images. Got some butterflies here. All sorts. So yeah, I really like that. So we've even got a French themed one here. So, but they're mainly floral and botanicals. Little ballerina here on some music paper and some roses. Really pretty. We've also got a box, a little matchbox. Oh, hang on. Let me just take these out quickly. See what these are. These look like stickers. And let's just quickly whiz through the designs here. So it looks as if we've got 2 of each design. So flowers, more flowers, butterflies. And that's nice, isn't it? Some plain ones here. So a mixture of all kinds of of different designs here to embellish your pages with. Oh, cute little bird there. We've got a little block of thin paper here. Oh, beautiful, beautiful designs. Let me just quickly whiz through this. I would say that this is maybe 3 by 3, just under 3 by 3, but really pretty floral designs. I love that one. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, we've got some vellum here as well. These ones here are vellum. So it's the same pattern repeated again on different types of paper. We've got the designs that I showed you there, and then another set of designs here. And I presume that these will be repeated on vellum as well. So yeah, some of them are holly and Christmassy designs. Must remember to put those with my Christmas stash, but that's that little booklet. We've also got this little booklet here which says handwritten memory. So that's what that looks like. So that's the outside cover, and then we've just got papers of handwritten writing. Again, just great for using for backgrounds. I like that one. So that's what we've got here. So various different types of script. And then finally, we've got these. I'm going to have to go off camera and try and work out exactly what these are. I think they're just holographic designs. I don't think these are stickers. I think the idea is that you just maybe cut these out and glue them onto a project. I just can't seem to get into this, but if I do discover that it is a sticker, I will let you know. I had something like this in one of the previous boxes, and one of them turned out to be stickers and one wasn't. The idea was that you glued it on, so I'll have to investigate that a bit further. But let me just show you the designs. So Dazzling Flowers, these are called. So we've got three sheets of these. Is that one upside down? I think it is, isn't it? So that one, and then this one here as well. So that's what we've got in this month's kit. Some really, really pretty papers and things for us to play with. So thinking cap on, let me just have a think about how we might be able to use some of these. I also want to go off and investigate and see if I can find out what these are. So before we start on anything, I have discovered that these are indeed stickers, although the backing is quite difficult to peel off. I think that you could glue these down if you wanted to and just leave the sticky backing on. So, you know, that would be entirely up to you. Now I'm going to be working in my Your Creative Studio journal. This is a journal that I made a while ago, dedicated to the Your Creative Studio ephemera boxes. I've decided I'm going to work on this double page spread here, just because tonally the page goes really well with the ephemera that's in this particular kit. So I think that's going to be perfect. Now I'm going to start off by taking my page out. I've got this type of binding method here that allows me to take the pages out, albeit carefully. So I'm just going to carefully slide this out just to make it easier for me to work on. And I'm going to start off by putting some of the washi tape down the centre of the page, just to strengthen it. So let's do that to start off with. Let me just make sure that I do get it the right way up, but I think this washi tape is absolutely beautiful. So let's just stick some of this down here, and then of course I just want to trim off the excess, so let me just carefully do that. But that's given the centre of my page just a little bit more strength. I've pulled out 2 pieces of the sticker paper, and I thought that I could add this one here to the left hand side and this one here to the right. It's a bit short, but I can just cut the edges off. I do want to add a little bit of glue stick before I glue this down, because I just want to make sure that this paper doesn't peel. So I'm just going to go off now and do that. So that's my spread so far. Now the next thing I want to do is use this little envelope here. This was the envelope that the large stamp came in, and I want to cover it in some of this paper. I'm just going to stick this down on the bottom like this, and just jut those up together. I'll just stick that down with a glue stick. I've burnished those pages down with a bone folder, and so now I'm just going to carefully trim off the excess, trying not to cut through my envelope. So be careful, Nina. There we go, that's the one side, and let's do the other as well. That will do nicely. And then I thought that I could add one of these sticky notes on top of it. So let's just add one of these. I glued my post-it note down with some art glitter glue, and then I thought we could add this little honey pot stamp here. I think that will look really cute. So let's just peel the backing off. I'm going to use some StazOn ink in jet black, and let's see if this will stick to my stamping platform. It's not going to. I have a real hard time with these. I don't find they stick very well, but it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to make sure I've got plenty of ink on here, and then pop it in its place. Let me stand up to do this, about there, and then I'm just going to use my little stamp block here just to apply some pressure, and hopefully that will do the job. Just hold it down for a second or two just for that ink to grab, and there we have it. Isn't that cute? Bring back my page, and I think what I'm going to do now is take this off to my paper trimmer and just cut this down, and I'm just going to pop that in the bottom right hand corner, and that will act as a little pocket. Let's see if I've got enough of this red tape to stick this down. Where's the end? Here it is. So let's cut a piece, that one about there. And I'm not going to stick this down right to the very edge, just because I find then that it's just too tight to the page. So one there and one there. Let's just trim that as well. Just about enough. I'm at the end of this roll. Burnish this down. Now you need to really burnish this down well to be able to get the backing off. Here we go. In fact, might be easier with my pokey tool, and stick this on. I know I'm covering up that bee and the honey pot, but you know, so be it. And then we've got a little pocket that we can pop something in there. So let's make a little tag to put inside this pocket here. I've got a piece of thin cardstock that's slightly narrower than my pocket and slightly taller. And I thought I could cover it in some of this paper here, maybe have the bees at the top. And then I thought I could stamp using this. So I'm just going to stick a piece of this down. Again, this is the sticker paper. So I'm just going to stick this over this white background, and then I thought we could just stamp the flower just there like that. So again, I'm just going to use my StazOn ink. Let's bring in my stamp pad, make sure I get plenty of ink on the stamp. I can already tell that it's not going to stick to the stamp pad, but that's okay. It really doesn't matter. These stamp so beautifully anyway. So let's position this where I want it. About there, I think. And then just use my stamp block then to press it down again. Isn't that just gorgeous? And then I'm going to use a piece of this sticker paper here just to add to the back. Now, of course, those of you that have followed me for a long time know that I don't do written journaling, but if you do, you could always put some ledger paper or something on the back for you to write on. So I'm just going to slot this inside my pocket. I'm not going to cut the corners into a tag shape because I really like that as sort of like a banner. And so that's that page finished. So what shall we do with this one here? I think I'd like to use some of this holographic paper, these holographic stickers. I'm just going to fussy cut this flower out, and I'm also going to fussy cut this little butterfly here, and maybe this flower as well. So here we go, I've fussy cut these out, and I think that's how I want to position them. So now the struggle begins. Will I be able to get the backing off? So let me just see if I can show you with this one here. What I was doing was putting my pokey tool just, whoops, I had it then and I moved, just underneath here, just to lift that plastic, and then it comes off quite easily. And that's what my spread looks like now that it's back in the journal. So turning over the page, I wonder if we could do something with these two pages here. Now, of course, I said we'd do something with some of the vellum, so let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to use my scoreboard now just to score at the 1/2 inch mark. So just carefully, and I'm just going to fold that over there. Let's move my scoreboard out of the way. I want to turn this into a little pocket, so I've just been playing around with this to see how wide I want it to be. I'm just going to fold there, and then I need to make, how wide do I want it to be? About there, I think. I want this pocket to go on this side of my page here. So yeah, I'm going to fold here as well, and then I need to trim off some of the excess. I've just got too much paper, so I need to make a mark now. I need to make sure that it overlaps the one underneath so that I can stick it down. So I'm just going to make a mark here and take that off to the paper trimmer, and then I need to open my little flap up, and I need to cut these bits off here. So I'm just going to cut myself a little V, and then cut this off here as well. And again, I'm cutting at a slight V just to get rid of some of the bulk. Do the same on this side. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm cutting a very slight V again. There we have it. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue just on the edge here and this edge here. And just hold that in place, and then we'll apply some glue on the bottom here as well. There we go, that should be enough, and I'm just going to weight this down underneath a heavy book just to make sure that that glue grabs. So that's my little bag. That's what it looks like on the back. And I've decided I want to add this stamp again as the focal image. The paper is just too pretty to cover it up, so I'm going to use my StazOn ink. Now this will take a little while to dry, so I'm going to have to be careful. This is solvent-based ink, and I've already tested it on a small scrap of the vellum paper just to make sure that it is going to dry. So whatever, if you decide to do this, whatever ink you're using, just test it out first. So hang on, let me just position this where I want it. Stand up to do that. About there, I think. Put my stamp block on top and press down to transfer the ink. That's a really gorgeous impression. And I'm just going to use my heat tool now just to set this ink and make sure that it's dry before I do anything else with it. My ink is dry now, and I have tested it. You see, nothing is coming off on my finger. I'm going to use some of my red tape again to stick this into my journal. Bring in my pokey tool. Let's get rid of that blue tape that's stuck to my finger. Here we are. Pop that in my bin, and then I just want this to go here. I'm not going to add anything else to the background. I like this as it is, and I think I'm going to pop it down here just so that I've got room to pop a tag or something inside there when I want to. Isn't that pretty? And then I saw some sunflowers in this little booklet here, which I thought I might be able to use as a focal image for this page here. So I just need to decide now what I'd like to go with it. Now I've also glued this piece of textured paper down onto the left-hand side. I just think those two work absolutely beautifully together. It's the same paper that I used for the back of my little tag on the opposite side. And I want to do something really simple with this. I think because we've got such a busy page going on here, I want to keep this side really simple, but they go together really well just because of the colours. So what I'm thinking is, I had a little sunflower somewhere. Where have I put it? Hold on. Oh, here it is. I was thinking of adding this sunflower here as a focal image. It goes really well with the bag then, but I want to ground it, and I was thinking that I could maybe use this here. Now this, again, repetition, is the same page that I used to decorate the background here, but just in a slightly different colourway. So I really like that idea. So I'm just going to tear this out. And how big do I want this to be? I do want to trim it down slightly. I don't like this at the bottom, so I'm just going to play around with this. I've cut my papers down. I think that's about the right size, but I'm just wondering whether that gets a bit lost. So I also cut a piece of cream cardstock. Let me just rub off my pencil mark. And I'm just wondering whether I might be better off adding that just to break it up. I think that stands out more in the cream. Actually, the yellowy cream goes with the background as well. And I'm thinking of centering it between the height of this and just keeping that really simple. So I just want to do one final thing. I want to make something to put inside this little pocket here. And I'm going to use vellum again. Now I'm going to cover the whole of this piece of card. This is just a piece of white card, and I'm going to cover it in glue stick. And the reason I'm doing that is that if I added art glitter glue or Collage glue, 3-in-1, anything like that, if I didn't get the glue absolutely everywhere, you'd be able to see it, whereas I can go for full coverage with glue stick. And I've used glue stick with vellum before, and I know that it sticks. So just making sure that I've got it well and truly everywhere. Just tilting my head as well, just to make sure I haven't missed any of the card. So that will do fine. Let's take that off. And then I want this central part of the page of the card here. Try not to overthink it too much, Nina. I can wiggle it round as well if it's not quite straight, now that I've got it on there. And let's burnish this down, and I'm just going to weight this down underneath a heavy book before I do anything else, and then I shall just cut around the edges. That's glued down and you can't see any of the glue, so that was exactly how I wanted it to be. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. I've made myself a pencil mark because I'm going to attempt to stamp this stamp again and line it up with the stamp that's on the pocket. And if this doesn't work, then so be it, but hopefully it will be there or thereabouts. So let's stand up to do this, see if I can do it. So there's my pencil mark. Stick it down, Nina. Can you tell I love this stamp? I've used it 3 times today. So let's cut off the corner into my tag shape, take it over to the other side, just so that it's symmetrical. And then the moment of truth. Does it line up? So bring back my page. It's perfect, absolutely perfect. I am thrilled to bits with that. You can see I decided to add a little bit of ribbon to the top of my tag in the end. I've just added some frayed burlap to the back, and that's it. I'm calling today's video done. But oh, thoroughly enjoyed that box. That was just beautifully curated. Really enjoyed that one. So let's just check back on what we've done. We did this spread here with the little pocket. So that's what that one looks like. Love the bees at the top. And then these 2 very, very simple pages here. I do believe this bee kit is the March box, but I'll leave all of the details as usual in the description box. You can either buy the boxes as a one-off or subscribe for longer if you want to. But, you know, I hope this has given you some ideas for those of you that buy them already as to how to use the contents. So if you've enjoyed my video today, as always, I'd very much appreciate a thumbs up. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. But most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.